Hey everybody, it's Heather. Hey, it is cold in Texas where we are, so I am in a little different environment than I normally am, and I'm just because I wanted to be inside. It's cold. I hope everyone's staying warm. This is my 90-day journey on how long does it take for us to get monetized by just hitting record. No studio edits, no fancy budgets, just hit record and just talk. So what I did was I came on January 6th and I started doing 20 minutes or less where I talk about what have I learned today on how to monetize. So I have over 65 subscribers. I think there's 68 when I last checked about an hour ago. And I wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I did read I think it was something that just came out today, maybe, where they said that what are the most valuable viewers? Valuable viewers on the internet. And the answer was YouTube subscribers. So I don't know if Google put that out, but I thought that was a pretty insightful way to look at how life is right now, right? Anyways, so I just wanted to say thank you so much to my subscribers. I wanted to say anybody that's listening to my voice, I'm just very, very thankful. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about a few things that I read on how to monetize your channel. So we've talked about just hit record. We've talked about hashtags, thumbnails. Of course, you want to make those important. One thing I did read I really liked was what are you going to talk about, right? So you want to pick something that is either entertaining, educational, inspiring, or relatable. So it's something that you can do, right? So if you're doing something where other people can relate, like, okay, what'd you do for work today? Talk about your work day. That's relatable. If you're someone that your friends call you for advice, or you're their go-to that they call whenever, stuff hits a fan or whatever. I don't know why I roll my eyes up like that when I'm talking. I've got to quit. Anyways, I'm the person that's the inspiration for my friends. I'm the one that gets the call when someone's having a bad day. Then there's educational, and then there's also entertaining. So everybody it's one of those buckets for sure, are some of the things that you have to say. For all of you introverts, I have a child that's an introvert, but I have to say she's a little bit of all of that. So I don't know what you want. What is your bucket? I would say pick one of those if you're trying to figure out what you want your channel to kind of be focused on. What is your niche, right? So pick one of those. Do what I did. At least now I'm not monetized yet, but I do have to say I made a deal with myself, and by making a deal with yourself, you're allowing yourself not to get completely overwhelmed or feeling like you're doing it wrong. Just try to make every single day better than the day before, and make a deal with yourself. I'm going to do this every day for 90 days. I'm going to do this twice a week for 2 months, whatever your thing is, right? And then put it in your calendar, write it on your wall, sticky note. I don't know, have Siri tell you every day at a certain time, something like that. That way you get a reminder. I used to do this. I worked in telecom for almost 25 years, and I'm a big note taker. Well, whenever I would get really busy, I'm also a project manager, was for almost 20 years, and I raised 2 kids on my own too while I was doing all that. So I was a little bit busy, and what I would do is I would make lists. This was after I became a mom, so this is my mom advice for y'all today. I would make lists of the things that, like, okay, my work day is almost over. Let's say it's, it's 6 o'clock. I've been working since 7 a.m. And I'm thinking, okay, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. I used to keep trackers of, things that I finished for the day. I put the date, the subject, just like an email. The subject, the body would have the details with the date, today's date. If it were today, I'm semi-retired, if that's what you call getting fired after 23 years. Anyway, so And then I would think, okay, I've put in this, this, and this, and then I would do red, yellow, green. So I had set up my spreadsheet tracker so I could just do a drop down red, yellow, green. That way I would know, okay, I'm on track. This one, reds would need to go first, and then anyways, if they were still open or pending, then I would close them out. So I could get a really good view of what I had been doing, of what stage of the project, like what stage is this project in? Is it, is it hot? Is it like on track to be finished? What's the due date? Is it done already? I definitely always make sure the stuff that you have finished, that you put that in on your list. And the reason why that's important, and this is my mom tip of the day, which I skipped over, but what I meant to say in the very beginning of this was always put the things you've already done on your list. And then when you put a date or a check mark or whatever you want to show like what's finished and what's not, you want to make sure and put the ones that you finished already in there too. That way you can check stuff off, check it off, check it off, check it off. And then at the end of the day, when you're remembering, okay, I still need to do this, I still need to do that. Oh my gosh, I didn't buy diapers, whatever it is. I owe the $1 million invoice to this guy, whatever the thing is. If you add, oh yeah, I did buy diapers at lunch on your list, even if they're big things or little things, and you have marked things off, and then you also have a whole lot of things that you still have left to do, I promise you, this is after almost 25 years of managing 2 kids that I gave birth within 15 months of both kids, right? So it was 2 kids and in 2 years, and having a pretty immense job as an executive for almost 25 years. So this was the way that I kept my mental health positive, and that I kept myself accountable. I've talked about this in some of my other videos, like keep yourself honest, and the way to do that is tell yourself, hey, you did a good job. And if you don't want to say that to yourself when you're doing your to-do list for tomorrow, be sure and include the things that you did today. That way you can check them off. Or in my art studio, I have a whiteboard, and y'all could be like, this woman takes too many notes. My thing is that I always have a lot of projects up in the air, and that makes me comfortable. A lot of people, it doesn't. So that's not your jam. But I would, say I needed to order these supplies. I wanted to finish, these 5 canvases with, white paint. And then I had, an owl, an octopus, whatever. had those 3 that I wanted to finish. And then I did, at one point I was doing like glow in the dark paints. So I would have each of these different buckets of things that were in various forms of getting finished. And sometimes I would look at it and I would think, oh my gosh, every one of these doesn't get a check mark. But I ordered supplies and the Amazon guy came today. Or the UPS or FedEx, whoever. And, oh, hi, Andy, by the way. That's our UPS guy. And if that was the only thing that I was like, what got done today? Because I feel like I did a lot, but you don't want to, scratch over it or, check it off. It's not finished. So I could at least check, ordered supplies. That one was done. And then I would write in at the bottom of my list, received all supplies for the week or for the month or whatever. These are little things that probably most people already think about, but I was thinking about, if I was doing this fresh and new again, is there anything I would do differently? And I am not sure if I would, but I sure would have liked to have had kind of a way for me to feel encouraged on a daily basis. And if I don't have somebody telling me, then it's nice if I get some tips on how to do that. So here's your tip. Be sure and give yourself props. We all have to, there's like, okay, so I'm a Pisces. It's almost my birthday. Happy birthday if you're a Pisces. The Pisces is represented by a fish in astrology, and I love water and fishing and all that stuff. But they say just keep swimming, right? I think that's from one of the kid movies too. And I like that statement. It resonates a lot with me. Just keep swimming, keep doing it, keep doing it. You can do this. This is the thing that you can do. If you want to keep looking at who did this overnight, I'm not them. Boo-hoo. No, don't do that to yourself. Just say, you know what? Sometimes slow and steady does win the race. And the turtle and the hare, the turtle wins the race. Think about those things. So if you are in a place where you want to start a channel so that it can get monetized, but you also want it to feel like it's a value to you, then give yourself props. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. I think I have a few more things to tell you today. I took a bunch of notes as usual. Did I say today's February 21st? I think so. And I love the YouTube subscribers. So when they said the most valuable viewers on the internet are YouTube subscribers, that's something that I read today that just came out like, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours ago. So I just wanted to say, if you're watching this, congratulations, you are super valuable. You made the list. I was laughing when I read that because I was like, oh, that's me. Oh, and like a billion other people. So silly. But I don't know, as someone who just recently started a channel and it's 2025, I'm in my 50s, I'm about to have a birthday, and I have to remind myself every day of some of the little things that I've accomplished just to make the day and my world and my life to keep moving. And I was thinking, if anybody else thinks like that, I just want you to know that you matter. Everything that you are thinking and doing is so important. Don't ever discount yourself because you're not like someone else, because you know what? You're not like someone else. It's on purpose. We are all humans. We are here to experience this world together. And if this is as together with anyone that you get today, then hi, that's fine. I will tell you, you are great and you've got this. I had plenty of days where, my kids were with their dad and I had tons of projects to work on. And for some reason I didn't have conference calls that day, but, I was like, oh, I had so many spreadsheets open. I had 3 monitors going and 2 computers, and I was just happy. I was always so happy. But there were days where I thought, how am I in the communications business? And I haven't literally seen a human except when I dropped my kids off at school, like, at 7 a.m. And it would be 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, or maybe the UPS guy. You know what I mean? So if you're like me and this moment is a moment that you can really relate to, hi, you did a good job today. Don't be so hard on yourself. One thing I think that I really, really, really resonated with, and I'm wondering if you do too, is that think about those big barges that, take supplies through the ocean. Oh, Lord. Okay, let me start over. Think about those huge boats that ship materials here and there, right? They're huge. If you haven't ever seen one in person, they're huge and they're so cool to watch. They'll be like dolphins, and dolphins will be right behind them in their wake, and they're huge. So you can see like the dolphins look like itty bitty little goldfish compared to how big these boats are. And I want you to think about how you can see above the boat, or just imagine it if you've never seen it. And then you have to think like how much of the boat is down below in the ocean, right? And let's say they had to turn or, change the direction that they're going, or just turn because it was, going down I don't know. It doesn't matter. So a ship channel or something. And as soon as they start to turn those big boats, it's not turning immediately. There's no way for it to. They're huge. And you have to think about, like, even if they are turning and you don't even see that it's turning, there's all this stuff happening underwater where you can't even see it, right? There's propellers, and there's all of the mechanics inside the boat that are, working really, really hard to make the boat go. And then you'll start to see it shift and turn, and eventually it will turn. So imagine, if you just imagine your life is one of a super fantastically awesome human that, maybe you're sort of like this boat. Everybody can't see what's going on underneath or inside, and that sometimes when you decide to change what you're doing, the change doesn't happen immediately. It is happening on the inside, and it is going to happen on the outside too. So just think about how change is not always something that happens really fast. It just, the really good moves that you make in this world are going to be moves that you're making with your mind. You're smart. You can do this. But not everybody's going to know or understand. And just remember, if you have to write every fourth line on your to-do list, I am great, just so you can check it off, do that, because it matters. One of my videos a few days ago was about joy. And I really think that if we start to give ourselves more props, then we can start to see happier humans. And when that happens, you know what? I promise we're going to have a happier world. We are full up on a lot of negativity, negative things in the news. And sometimes if we need to find the positive, we may have to look inside. And not everybody can see what's going on inside with us. But if we want to make changes, we have to start step by step, day by day. Excuse me. And if if you already know that that's true, I'm so proud of you. But if you don't, or if you just needed a reminder, today is your reminder. Heather is reminding you that you can do this. So I just want to tell you that if today is the first time that you've heard my voice, or the last, you are kind, you're loved, and you're supported. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I come here every day. I will give you some form of what happened today in this video, a little bit of encouragement, hopefully some inspirement. I feel like I just made up a new word, and I don't know. I just want everybody to know that we can support each other in this world. It's a lot of things changing, but we're all here together. So I will see you on the next one. I love you. Bye.